Got another ride scheduled, and I had plenty of time to pick you up and take you where you're going. But if the time we wasted, and they'll show the blue screen, the time to pick up, I'm gonna have to let you out. I'm telling you right now. Okay, you say you don't feel any blame. Well, I don't either. But I'm losing time, and I'm gonna lose my job.
I feel like this.
Shut up, man.
So okay.
Why do you want to keep fucking with me? You know, you shouldn't fuck with people in this life that you don't know. Do you understand that? You don't know what I might do, so be quiet.
You were making a comment directly to me. I was responding to that.
You're a fucking idiot. You know?
Okay.
You really are. You're pissing me off.
Sounds good.
You're starting to piss me off. I'm gonna get fucking fired because of you, and guess what? You're gonna pay for it one way or another. I'm tired of this fucking bullshit. You fucking kids are a bunch of assholes, man. Fucking riding bikes and scooters all over the street in front of cars. What happens when some guy's drunk and he runs when he's over? Then what?
Do you want me to respond to that?
Yeah, to that. What are you going to do then?
I'm not riding bikes and scooters in front of
All your
cars.
contemporaries are, okay? There's thousands of them out there, and they're in every major city when I ask people from out of town. Okay?
Okay. So I don't know what that has to do with me then.
Because you guys are idiots. You don't have any fucking brains. You can't do a simple task. You endanger your life and other people's lives. You know, we grew up in the 60s and 70s. We partied our ass off, but we didn't have a death wish. Okay?
I feel like I'm not doing that right now.
You don't see all the people riding around and with the scooters and all the other shit?
Like I said, I just moved here. So I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes.
If you've been here for 2 days, you've seen the scooters. Okay? It slowed down a little bit because people are back in school and summer's almost over. But they're out in force. After 3 o'clock, they're running around all over. And then some idiot will be daredevil and will try to shoot in front of you. Now, if I'm drunk and I hit the fucking... I don't drink, but I'm just saying, for example, if I'm drunk and I hit the gas pedal, hit this fucking kid's deck, then I go to prison because he made the mistake of cutting in front of somebody, which is illegal. And you're supposed to ride those scooters and bikes like you would if you were driving a car. The same laws. You don't believe it? Look it up.
I agree that what you described is unsafe. Yes.
So we got to deal with this shit all day. Then we got assholes that don't know how to drive, and they're maniacs, and they try to run people over, not intentionally, but they make it really close. Every day we're fighting for our life out here just to make a fucking couple crumbs. And you guys, you laugh, think it's funny, you don't give a fuck.
I'm not laughing, nor do I think that I'm a part of the problem with that.
Well, I don't care what you say, because it doesn't matter if you're not directly a part of me and Lyft. But you know what? What you did tonight, you're part of. You're in it all the way. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Me choosing a drop-off location that the cops...
But you saw them shoo me away. You should have had the decency to fucking call me. You got the number right there. You know how to use your phone.
Yeah, and...
Just tell me why you didn't think of calling me.
Because on Lyft...
You didn't give a fuck, right?
On Lyft, it showed that you were going to turn around. I saw that you parked, and that's why I messaged you, asking if you were parked. So then I walked over to where you were.
But they were ready to throw me out of there?
You were parked, and I walked over there, which made this happen.
But the point is, you don't know, and it doesn't matter whether you know or not, that Lyft wants the people to be where they say they're going to be. That happened to me already. A guy was at Wrigley Field.
Yeah,
shut up. He was from out of town, and he calls me, and he tells me to pick him up on Irving, right by Sheridan. And then he leaves and goes to a fucking bar because he's out of town. He don't have any brains either. So what happens? Okay?
Do you want me to respond to that?
No. I'm just trying to... you don't want to run the fucking kid over, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Kids are so stupid. I thought we were idiots. No, we weren't that bad. You know? So this is my third week, okay? Ending my third week. This takes a lot of pressure. It's a lot of aggravation. People aren't there. The fucking broads act like they're queens, even with their driver. But we gotta be on a schedule. If we're not, they want to take away some of the money that we make. Okay. Now I know you guys don't care nor give a shit, but if you were decent human beings, you would. And that's the problem. I'm a decent human being. Okay. That's why I didn't throw you out of the fucking car and kick your ass earlier, because I'm a nice guy.
You did threaten that before, but...
You know what? I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and report me. I don't give a shit. You think I give a fuck now? After what you did to me?
You put
me in a situation that I didn't want to be in,
Yeah,
and I did my job. I went to where you were. You weren't there. And when I call them later and tell them that, I'm going to really tell them the whole story. And because I have to do that and waste my fucking sleep time.
I was at the drop-off location, and the cops told you...
And why the fuck didn't you just run up to the car?
The cops...
Or ask the cop if you could get in right away.
The cops told you to move. I wasn't sure what the car was. The cops told you to move, and I walked over, and I found the license plate, and I got in the car.
So you respect the law, but fuck your fellow man and your neighbor, right? Are you an atheist too, or an agnostic? Do you believe in God?
Why are you asking that right now?
Because that makes a big difference on how people live their life.
I don't really think it does.
Then obviously you're not a believer. Fine. Hey, that's your choice, man. That's what free will is all about. I'm not condemning anybody, but I'm telling you that people that have some moral compass, then they, don't try to screw their neighbor, and they try everything possible.
This was a situation that was unknown to me and unknown to you. I did not recognize that the cops would ask you to move from the pickup spot, nor did you.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. When I saw them there, I knew they would.
Okay.
Why do you think they're there? They're there for a fucking reason, to keep all the fucking Uber and Lyft people out of there, and everybody else that's going to come by parking to pick up their girlfriends and their friends or whatever. Don't you understand that? So you see what I mean? Wait a minute. You don't have enough sense to fucking know that much. That's bullshit.
So, I guess, yeah, you can say I did not have enough sense to think that the place that I just moved to has a rule about not picking up people on the street. There's 3.5 million people
in the city here, man. It's the third biggest city in the country. You got to be kidding me.
And I didn't live here before.
So you didn't do any research on where you were going to move when you moved to a big city?
I did, but I did not research how Lyft drivers pick people up.
Maybe you should have.
Maybe I should have.
I think you should have.
I agree with you on that based off of this.
It's a fucking jungle. See, look at this cocksucker won't let me in, because he's an asshole, right? They don't give a fuck if somebody gets 2 inches ahead of you. Look at the way the world is. I got to deal with this shit all day. Why you came here? I don't know, because you made a big mistake. This fucking city is a jungle. I don't know why you would want to come to a city like Chicago or New York or LA at this point in time. They're burning the fucking place down. They're murdering people everywhere. Do you understand that?
I guess not.
Well, why would you mean to tell me you never heard about... Fucking Trump wants to bring the troops in here, man. Jesus. See what I mean? Look, I don't care what you think. Everybody thinks they're right and they're so smart. You're not.
Okay.
To come to a fucking city like this, you'd be lucky if you last a week that you don't get robbed and beat up half to death, if not killed. And I'm saying that because I don't want to see that happen to you, even though I'm fucking pissed off like the son of a bitch right now. Okay? Because I do have a moral compass and I do care about my fellow man. Once I can get down from this anger, I'll be worried about, that this kid, man, I don't know if he's going to make it or not.
I guess it probably won't.
Look, if you go into the jungle and you meet a lion's den and his cubs and they're scared and they think you're a threat, they're going to eat you alive. That's nature, the law of nature. You come to this fucking city, okay, and you make the wrong turn or you get the wrong directions on a bus or something and you wind up in the wrong neighborhood, what do you think they're going to do to you? They're going to rob you and beat you and God only knows what else. Now, I'm pissed off at you, but I didn't care what I tell you this. I'd say,
I voluntarily chose to get out early.
I'm not going to lie, but I know what to say to get around it, okay?
So what do you mean by that?
That's none of your business, you know? Your business is what you did.
What?
Huh?
I think it took an extra 2 minutes to get in your car.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Then why do you think they were sending me a message that said your job is in jeopardy? Because this happened before. When I was the first time, a day or two, I didn't know you had to be right at the pin. I didn't know that I thought the arrive button meant I have arrived, and not that. And it does, but then when the person gets in, you slide it, and that means you pick them up. Well, they didn't see that for. It was more. It was at least 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
So to be clear, with me walking to your car and finding it.
All right, look.
When you got here,
this argument, man.
I'm not trying to win an argument.
You weren't there, and as a result, if you were there, and I got your permission, I could have slid the fucking button and said, "Walk down to the corner and meet me."
And I did.
Yeah, but I couldn't slide the button when I was at the stop.
But I did regardless.
You see that fucking pin? That's
Yeah.
where I'm dropping you up. If that's where I was picking you up, I can't stop here. I can't stop here. I can't.
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
see, now I'm telling you how there was a way out of it if you would have done the right thing, but you didn't, and you're still trying to defend your actions.
No,
So why should I lose my job because you weren't at the spot? Let's go at that angle. Why should I lose my job because you weren't at the spot? I know better because I learned.
I was at the spot, and the cops told you to move forward ahead, which is why I walked up to you.
That's what's called an extenuating circumstance. But I asked you to call it. There's a way you could get in touch when you give the review.
And I did get in touch with you.
When you give the review, isn't there a little box to write some stuff in there? Pretty sure there is.
Maybe. No.
Then let me see. All right, find the area, and when we pull over, you can show me, and we'll just find the box, and then you can type in there, please, ma'am or sir. I was waiting. We are at a big festival. Gentleman pulled up on time at the right spot. Police told him to move on. That's what I want you to tell him.
I promise you.
No. You're going to do it now before we leave.
I can't do it right now.
Then I'm going to get your account canceled, all right? Because I can do it. Because they're going to believe me because I'm going to be telling the truth. Okay. I have nothing to lie about. But,
Sounds good.
I'm not going to give you a good review, and I'm not going to, go with Uber then.
Okay, sounds good.
So now you got me all messed up. I'm going all the fucking wrong way here. Jesus. See kids, man, they're so stupid. I don't want to say that. That doesn't make me happy. Okay? I had a son, he passed away, okay? Because he was a knucklehead and didn't listen like you're not listening.
I feel like I am listening pretty well here.
He didn't listen to people that knew better than he did.
Okay.
His mother was a drug addict. His stepfather was a drug addict. So he became a drug addict. He got sober, got high one time, and he killed himself. Okay? So, it's not easy for me to say that. Look at this fucking dick. See that? People don't give a shit. What does he care? See, I gotta deal with this all day long. This is not an isolated incident. This isn't even as bad as it normally would be. So you come in here, you don't give a fuck. I tell you my son passed away, you don't even say I'm sorry to hear that. That's what most people say, right?
I am.
Forget it.
So you don't want me to respond, but you do want me to respond.
Well, you know what? You ain't fucking listened to that one time, so why would you pick that time to all of a sudden...
Every single time I've asked if you wanted me to respond, you told me that you wanted me to shut the fuck up.
We were in the middle of a conversation, and
so,
I told you about my son.
Yeah, no, I am sorry.
The normal fucking decent thing to do is to say I'm sorry. You fucking know that.
I agree, and I am sorry.
You ain't that stupid.
Yeah, but every single time I've offered to speak, you told me to shut the fuck up. So
because
didn't.
You ain't saying anything that's helping the situation.
I agree. I'm not because...
Yeah, I agree. Well, I don't give a fuck. You know what? A guy could have a gun in his hand that's loaded from his buddy. You let him look at it, and he's going, trying to act like Wyatt Earp, and boom, it accidentally goes off and he kills him. Guess what? He's still going to jail. Either attempted murder, which they really couldn't prove that. They might try it, or manslaughter. Assault with a deadly weapon. So, that's life, man. Okay? You fuck up, you gotta pay the consequences. You understand that much?
Yep.
I don't know that you do. You act like one of them guys who thinks they know it all, and they're smirking and laughing at people like, how do I get the phone?
I feel like I've not done that, but...
Well,
way out of this one, you mean you're...
Oh, I gotta call them and talk to them for an hour and text them. Actually, they don't let people use the phone. They changed the rule where anybody could call anytime and speak to the rep, but then they changed it. So now I have to sit there and fucking text this whole story. You believe that? I don't like texting, and I'm not that good at it.
I don't like texting either.
I'm not that good at it, okay? But that's what I gotta do. So that's what I mean by weasel out, okay? I thought you were a smart guy.
I'm not.
What you think you are?
I guess.
If there was a God, could you stand before him and swear you don't think you're that smart? I don't believe you could.
So you think that I would say that I'm smart?
You know, most of us do. Look, everybody was 18 or 20 or whatever. We all were idiots, but we thought we knew everything. I did. I'm pretty intelligent. I had 130 IQ. I have 130 IQ, but you know what? Straight A's and B's and B pluses in school. Great comprehension. Had a lot of good jobs. See, now we're just back to where we fucking started. And tell me that isn't more than 2 minutes. Don't blame it on me, because when I'm upset, everybody makes mistakes. They're under pressure. They're aggravated. And that's when mistakes happen. And you know it. You're smart. You think you know something.
I didn't say that.
Well, then why are you saying that you don't think it's your fault if you know stuff?
I said that I picked a drop-off location.
Look, man, I heard it 5 fucking times. Why would you want to repeat it again?
So you don't want me to talk then?
Did you ever study psychology? I did.
Yeah.
My family my brother's a psychologist. My father was involved with psychology, and so were us. You know what? When people repeat stuff over and over, they're saying "fuck you" in silence. They're trying to fuck with you. Okay? And I'm starting to get really pissed off again.
I understand. If you don't want me to talk, I don't need to talk.
We don't anymore. But you're going to write that before I let you out of the car.
Sounds good.
To Lyft. See, if you get out and you go on your merry way, you know, you'll tell people tomorrow, oh, this stupid old bucket guy, you know, says he thinks he's going to get fired. I was waiting for him, he didn't show up. Or you give him some bullshit. You won't tell him the whole story. And then you'll be laughing about it, you know? But you know how, you're the kind of guy, you might believe in karma. Maybe you don't believe in you reap what you sow. But someday you're going to get yours back, okay?
Okay.
Maybe you'll get in an Uber and pull out a gun and blow your brains out. Now, I don't think it's as serious that you should die for what you're doing, okay? But you never know how the karmites might pay you back.
Yeah, but like mild gunplay is what I deserve right now.
Mild gunplay. I told you, man, you're in murder capital of the United States right now.
Okay.
Number 1. Can you look over there and see if there's any traffic?
You're good minus that one car that just cut through the cones?
Yeah, because he knows that see what I mean? This shit, might as well just take you to the bus stop. I'll give you till that sign comes up for the next ride. Be sure it's like 10:30 pickup. It's already almost 10.
Okay, but you're planning on kicking me out early then?
Dude, I have to go pick up another passenger. What do you think they're going to say if a guy's in the car? I have to turn around and go back the other way. You want to go downtown and I'll let you out there? We take the train back? There's no other option. You want me to lose my job because of this shit?
I'm not planning on it. What I'm curious about is that you mentioned multiple times now that you're going to be kicking me out of the car.
Well, I don't mean I'm going to pick you up and throw you out. I have to go get another fare. It's a scheduled ride. You have to take them.
So you are going to be kicking me out of the car?
Well, what else am I supposed to do?
I guess drop me off at my place.
And then screw the next ride and then I get fired.
I feel like the additional time was, once again, about 2 minutes.
But if I don't show up, they're going to say I didn't show after they just sent me a message saying that you were in jeopardy of losing your job. Fucking insane. See, you don't care about that. You're only concerned about yourself. Think about it.
Okay.
What about the poor woman that's going to be waiting wherever she is? What if it's dangerous?
What if it's dangerous where you let me out?
Jump in a cab and fucking go home. Stick the cab driver.
That's what this is.
You don't have $5 on you to get you home? I know you do.
So me paying for a Lyft is the equivalent of me paying for another ride home.
You got your ride, pal, all around town.
I didn't get my ride if I'm getting left out early.
If I have to, I'll pull over to the police officer. He'll throw you out. Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Take you to the police station.
Sounds good.
You know, he's going to tell you, I'll tell you right now what they're going to say. They're going to say, it's his car.
Okay.
If he feels that you're, if you're doing something to jeopardize the man's livelihood, his life, his car, whatever.
I feel like I'm not jeopardizing your livelihood or your life right now. I'm just sitting in the back seat.
Do me a favor, look for an address up there, because I got to make sure I'm going the right way again. I can't tell. There's no north-south.
Look for what?
1255. See what the next one is.
I didn't see the first one.
Just look on the building. 1307. That means you're going up. Right. But I mean, you don't want to fucking help out.
I didn't see.
If I listen to me, I don't know you from Adam. If I was partaking in the same thing and it was reversed 100% even, I'd say, dude, I'd be on that phone all this time trying to find a number or how to send a message to Lyft. And I would have already have written it and sent it. Even if they had an email address, something. You're not making any effort.
I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest.
You said that you would tell them that I was on time, the police shoved me off, you were there, but you couldn't get in the car.
Yeah, I will say that.
All right, well, you should have been writing it already, because you should have been
I
looking
can't
on
be
the
writing
phone.
it already.
You should have been writing it on the phone.
The review is
looking for
when
an
you
email.
get dropped off, and I don't even think I'm getting dropped off at this point.
It's not my fault.
I feel you. All right.
You did it, not me, man.
Sounds
You
good.
would have been home already.
Okay.
2 or 3 times I got on the wrong expressway because I'm all rattled. This doesn't work and tell you where to go. When you're turning around downtown Chicago, it doesn't work very well.
I don't really understand how that's like me being the issue with that.
You give a fuck about anybody?
I do.
Oh.
A lot of people. Just in this
And
case.
when you did this to one of your partners, he was driving a Lyft and you couldn't get in the car. And
Yeah, in this specific case, I don't understand where you're coming from. But
I hope I can't be here to get the fuck out of here. You ain't gonna do shit about it.
okay.
I'll bet my fucking left nut on that.
Sounds good. My goal tonight was just to get home. That was it.
And you also don't mind if you fuck people over in the interim.
Wasn't planning on it.
Well, you know what? The guy that gets hit by a car when he's walking the street wasn't planning on it either.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you call it an accident? Or it was intentional, then it would be vehicular homicide.
Okay.
So when you say stupid shit like that, what does that mean?
When I say stupid shit like what?
Like what you just said.
That my
Wasn't your
intention for calling a Lyft was to get home safely?
No, but of course that was your intention, but shit happens, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
But this is a shit happens deal.
That I might be endangered right now?
No, that's bullshit. So what, are you recording the call and trying to stiff me?
No.
Let me see your phone. Bitching saying I was talking about sex and politics. I'm 68 years old. I have erectile dysfunction. I couldn't get a boner if I wanted to. So why would I be chasing after a young chick when she was mad? She was in a bad mood. And I'm Mr. White and she was black, so that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But she was saying, God bless you, when she got out of the car. So you think we can trust any of you fucking kids today?
I feel like you're generalizing a lot with this.
Well, I feel like you're a fucking sent from Satan.
Sounds
Okay?
good.
Well, would you want to be that?
I guess I don't really care.
This is the wrong address you gave. You saw I haven't touched it since you got in the car.
I didn't say you touched it.
Well, I'm dropping you off where that pin is. If that's not it, that's your problem.
That's fine.
You know, I mean, well then you know that's where it is then, right?
Yeah.
You don't know you're by a fucking CTA station?
I don't know.
Do you know what a CTA station is? You know, I mean, I know you kids were colder. I didn't know you were like this. That you
Like
don't
what?
give a fuck what could happen to somebody else that you were involved in. You know? And you wouldn't even have the decency to call a Lyft or send them a message that the man was on time.
I agree that you were on time.
Well, then why can't you at least make it right doing that?
I didn't dispute that, ever. Said that you were there.
Why wouldn't you do it while we're in the car? You had a half hour already, 45 minutes.
I can't write a review right now while we're in the car.
Why?
Because it only pops up when you're done with the ride.
No, that's bullshit. On your end, it doesn't matter.
That's where it pops up.
No, is this the way you would go?
I don't know where I would normally go here. I don't drive a whole lot here.
But you're up by Wrigley Field, right?
I guess just Right where
you know
the...
where Wrigley Field is, the home of the Chicago Cubs? Don't tell me you know at least that much.
Yeah, I know where that
Are you
is.
not too far from there?
I'm not too far from there. Just the pin is perfect where I have it.
No, I'm going to take it to your house.
Yeah, right
That's
at
the job because I cannot put that I let you out unless you're at the destination either.
Right.
See, now you're telling me to let you out, so then I'm going to get fucked.
I said right at the
Well, you
pin.
don't even grease it up when you fuck somebody in the ass, do you?
I said right at the pin.
See, now, I don't know if they probably took the other fucking ride away from me. That was guaranteed money. It was big money too. It should have popped up by now because it's 10:30 pickup. You see, you really fucked me good here, man.
And that was me?
They don't know the story yet. They got to do what they got to do to protect their business, okay? If they think somebody's fucking them over, they don't give a shit. They'll wait till later and explain them, and then they'll maybe throw me a couple bucks for my troubles. Well, I don't even know if they'll do that, but, you know, you kids are so fucking lawless and don't give a fuck about anybody.
I feel like I didn't have anything to do with that other car.
Well, what group was playing it? Who said you did? I'm just talking out loud. Are you that fucking paranoid? I think you are.
Okay.
You are. So that's a sign of paranoia if you know anything about psychology.
Sounds good.
You think everything I'm saying is about you? I don't give a fuck about you.
I mean, you did say...
more than...
You did say you kids, so, you know,
well,
that kind of...
you
missed the turn right here.
That includes you out of, you know, 200 million kids.
Just anywhere here is
No,
fine.
I'm taking you to the house.
Okay, that's fine.
That's the job, and you can't slide it out anyway. I mean, the worst fucking boat. But see, you really want me to fucking lose my job, don't you?
I don't.
Is there any fucking addresses there? Which building is it?
So it's
Just
this
point it out.
Yeah, it's this one. You can drop me off anywhere here, is what I said. Right
This
here.
is the one?
Right here is perfect. All right, thank you.
Remember now, I know where you live.
All right,
Please
sounds good.
Send them the message that I was there and the police threw me away, and then you went down the block and got in, and you saw that.
Yeah, I will do.
I'm counting on you,
Yeah,
man.
sounds good.
We'll see.